So I actually don't really like doing my brows. I find them to be really difficult and really time consuming, but I've been using the L'Oreal Unbeliever Brow and actually I'm really loving it. And what I really like about it is once you do your brows, it can last up to 3 days. That's 3 days of not having to do my brows, which I love. And I know that I could go and get them tattooed on, but I'm way too non-committal for that type of thing. So 3 days is like a really nice little commitment for me. For my brows today, I'm using the cool blonde shade because that's really the closest to my natural hair color. But sometimes I actually like to use the dark brunette shade just to mix things up a bit because I love a dark brow on a blonde. So I like to start by applying the product straight onto my brow using the applicator. I fill in some of the sparse areas, but because I go for that more natural looking brow, I don't overdo this part. In the kit, you also get a double-ended tool, which has a spoolie on one end and an angled brush on the other. I then take the product on the angled brush and I define my brows with a bit of an outline, but I use small strokes for this to keep it looking more natural rather than just doing one straight line for an outline. I love to really thin my brows out at the end and keep that really looking quite defined, and I use the angle brush for this too. And towards my inner brow, I just use my wrist to do more like upwards flicking motions, again to mimic my natural brow hairs. And because the product dries quite quickly, I like to run the spoolie through my brows quite frequently throughout this process, and I just repeat this as I go. And this just allows the brow to look more natural and defined, and it doesn't allow any product build up in one particular area. It keeps it all really nicely spread out. So I really love a kind of bushy but natural but defined looking brow, so that is the style I've gone for today. But you can actually adjust this product to be more natural, or you can even do a really bold brow with it. And it really just depends on how much of the product you put on. So now that my brows are done, they are sweat proof, waterproof, smudge proof for up to 3 days.